The secret to living well and longer is eat half, walk double, laugh triple, and love without measure.
Here's an idea I have. Let's all eat like shit and then pump ourselves full of pills to compensate for our eating habits. Since, like forever, humans looked to find shortcuts to reach their objectives. Not a bad thing necessarily, but most of these shortcuts don't work. You know what I'm talking about. The get something quick scheme. And you can replace that something with a lot of stuff. Get rich quick, get muscle quick, get slim quick, get a longer quick. As it usually happens when I start researching a topic for this channel, by the time I start to write the script, I usually get sad and disappointed about that subject in particular and about people in general. And now is the case as well. Let me explain. So food supplements, known as well as dietary supplements, started as a good idea. Like the marketing man says, you have a busy life for a proper balanced diet. Take these pills to compensate for what's missing. You want to lose weight fast? Take these pills. Want to gain muscle? Take these other pills. But are they safe, you ask? What is that? Our studies, paid by us, shows that for sure they are safe. But do they work? Of course they do. Are they backed by independent studies? No, but I have faith in my product. And you know what? Science based around faith, it's not science.
You know that Dr. Linus Pauling's science on this has been discredited for many years now, that the scientific community has essentially written off Dr. Linus Pauling when it comes to vitamin C and these kinds of formulations and the prevention of disease.
Yeah, there was some press on that with the medical doctors and that, but not amongst the health industry. The natural health industry has embraced it.
The internet is full of dietary experts, each and every one of them advocating and swearing by the latest dietary fads. Each and every one of them shoving pills down your throat. And if you look online or even on the shelves of big supermarkets, in the past 10 years, these dietary supplements companies appeared like mushrooms after a rain. And this is what happens when the industry is not regulated. Every nut job and his grandma can create one of these companies and sell their products to you and to your children. What these products are exactly, it's unregulated drugs made by people with no medical expertise in that domain.
Do you have background in pharmacology or medicine or any expertise in this area?
I did some college, but most of my time was spent in the medical libraries at Stony Brook.
So you sort of were self-taught then, were you?
Self-taught, correct, yes.
Candace Tripp called her company Purity First. The vitamin formulations were developed by her ex-husband, a chiropractor.
And what was his academic background or expertise in this area?
He was a chemist. He was a chemist in college, and then he went on to chiropractic school.
From modest beginnings, she grew the company into a $500,000 a year enterprise.
Oh boy, I guess the supplements didn't work on her chin. And what a chiropractor can actually say as an expert in nutrition? I mean, yeah, they have diplomas of doctor of chiropractic, but that doesn't make them medical doctors, since they are not. I mean, don't get me wrong, my chiropractor is great, but he's not a dietitian or nutritionist or a microbiologist or scientist or anything that could actually help with formulation of medicine. Because medicine is what these compounds should be treated like. And just like any drug, they can kill. And these don't require any doctor's prescription to buy them. And to be fair, most of the doctors don't even know if these pills are safe, but they still recommend them. As you know, there are thousands and thousands of supplements, and I will not have time to talk about all of them, but I will try to touch upon the ones that are either important or dangerous. What is more equally concerning is that from all of these pills that are on the market, some don't even contain what's on their label. And that's not just a few pills here and there. It's more than half.
In 2012, Newmaster and his team randomly selected 44 herbal supplements sold in Canada and the United States, and started comparing what was in the bottle to the DNA in their databank. 60% of the products contained ingredients not listed on their labels. Even more astonishingly, 1 in 3 proved to be outright fakes. Eric Schneiderman ordered up his own tests of herbal supplements, which produced even worse results.
Found that only 21% of the products we tested in fact had DNA evidence that they contained the product listed on the label.
They basically just sell some filler, not different than the guy selling air or the guy with a pet rock. Actually, I correct myself, it's different. Because with both the jar of air and the pet rock, you know what you buy. But with these pills, you don't. You just waste your time and money and you stress yourself since the pill is not working. And here I have to applaud again the journalists of the show Marketplace of CBC who proved that. You need to watch that video, by the way. And let's say that this is one of the happy cases. You only lost your money and time. But what if besides the product you want to buy, the producer also put a little extra something else for you in there? Some other quantities of other substances that were made in that factory and they didn't bother to clean the equipment. So your magic pill, it's really magic and makes your boobs grow. Very nice, except you're a man.
Hair growth on a young lady was one of our clients, basically developing mustache, beard. There's something called clitoromegaly, horrible. It's something I was not familiar with, but it's actually the female sexual organs taking on a male configuration. For the men who ingested these things, they develop what's called gynecomastia. You end up with male breasts.
This is actually what the company run by Miss Piggy from before did. Their supplier didn't wash the mixing container.
Anyway, I'm only taking multivitamins.
Oh, look who showed up. Hello to you as well again. Let's talk about one of the most bought supplements in the world, vitamins. What are vitamins, first of all? Well, there's a debate on this subject, and the medical consensus is that they are micronutrients that our bodies need for certain vital functions, but they cannot produce. So we need to acquire them from food. Which this, by the way, it's partially true, because vitamin K, it's actually produced by us in the large intestine. Also, vitamin D, it's mostly not taken from food, but it's synthesized by our bodies after sun exposure. It's the UV light from the sun that converts cholesterol into vitamin D, which is not even a vitamin, but a hormone. Our bodies make vitamin D in a chemical reaction that occurs when the sunlight hits the skin. This reaction produces cholecalciferol and the liver converts it to calcidiol. The kidneys then convert the substance to calcitriol, which is the active form of the hormone in the body. What you buy when you buy this vitamin is actually the vitamin D3, which is the fat-soluble form of the vitamin D called cholecalciferol. This is pretty much the only vitamin that the medical community agrees we cannot get it properly from food.
But how do they make the pills of this vitamin? I guess they cannot squeeze the sun in a pill.
Oh, no, my naive friend. They get it from lanolin.
Lanolin?
Well, it's a waxy-like substance secreted by the sebaceous glands of woolly animals. Sheep sweat. It's basically sheep sweat. You're right with the squeezing. It's squeeze sweat that you put in your body.
But it helps, right?
Actually, it might help. And not only with the absorption of calcium in the bones, but with the mood as well. Studies shown that brain serotonin is synthesized from tryptophan by tryptophan hydroxylase 2, which is transcriptionally activated by the vitamin D hormone.
What this means?
It means that less sun equals less happy people, since serotonin is commonly known as the happiness hormone. Now you understand why people in Paris act like assholes. Always rain, no sun, no vitamin D, no serotonin. Hey Parisians, grab some vitamin D with your cigarettes and chill. Or at least sack of sheep.
Does this mean that if I live in a cloudy place I need to take vitamin D?
No. Before taking any vitamins, as a matter of fact, before taking any of the supplements, you need to do a blood test to see if that particular vitamin or mineral is low in your body. Maybe you are not an asshole due to lack of vitamin D. Maybe this is just who you are, sunny or cloudy. And I cannot stress enough how important it is to know how your body levels are. You cannot just go willy-nilly in a store and get a multivitamin and mineral complex and call it a day. Not only that you will not fix your problems, but you can create more.
What more problems?
Too much vitamin A can cause minor symptoms such as severe liver damage, pressure in the brain, coma, or even death, and also dizziness, nausea, headaches.
What about vitamin C? I need it to prevent colds.
Actually, despite what supplement makers have led you to believe, there is no scientific evidence that vitamin C directly prevents colds or the flu. And no, it doesn't help against COVID-19 either. And if the vitamin C, known as ascorbic acid by his friends in the medical hood, actually works for colds, it only barely reduces the duration of the cold, and more importantly, once you have the cold, it has no effect.
So what is vitamin C good for?
For cell repairs. And without it, you can get scurvy. Don't Google that. It's not pretty. You basically become a pirate. Fun fact, humans and other monkeys like you are the only animals that cannot produce their own vitamin C. It's almost like we are not from this planet. The enzymes responsible for the creation of the ascorbic acid, L-gulonolactone oxidase, it's actually present but inactive in humans, most likely because our ancestors were eating so much broccoli that the body gave up. Broccoli killed this gene, like it kills my appetite. Even if the body is not damaged by the vitamin C, it only needs a daily dose of 40 milligrams. The rest is eliminated in urine and not stored. Considering that most supplements have from 500 milligrams and up per pill, this makes for an expensive pee.
What about vitamin E?
Well, too much. It's shown to cause prostate cancer in men. Course.
And vitamin A, what this one can do?
Vitamin A, it can make your bones brittle, f up with fetuses and deform them. And this is really a vitamin you should rarely get a supplement of, since it's found in a huge amount of foods. If you eat a slice of liver pate, you are good for a weekly dose, since this vitamin is actually stored in your body for future use. And not to mention that another molecule, the beta-carotene, which is in almost all of the yellow and green veggies and fruits, also converts into vitamin A in the body.
Come on, is it anything good to take out there? What about antioxidants?
Oh, antioxidants. The miracle thing is that fight free radicals in your body and are promoted by every nutrient-deficient vegan with an Instagram account. Well, antioxidants are actually promoting cancer and tumors development. And guess what? Vitamin A, C, and E are actually powerful antioxidants.
What about the B-complex vitamins?
Well, they are mostly unstudied, but too much of them can cause liver damage. Actually, you will see this trend here, since doctors cannot just overdose test subjects with vitamins. There's not enough studies to show what the effects of too much vitamins are, unless accidents happen and there's documented proof they had a certain vitamin. Remember that the human body, it's a well-balanced but fragile system, and any of these supplements can take it out of balance. These vitamins and also minerals, which I didn't even come to talk about, in high quantities are effectively poisons. And for some of them it's so easy to surpass the daily maximum doses when the daily dose is in the order of a half of a microgram. This is why it's very important to treat these supplements as more dangerous than prescription medicine. The prescription drugs were trialed and tested for many years, and we have concrete data, and each one comes with a mandatory prospect. For the supplements, we are the guinea pigs. Let's leave the vitamins for a moment and go to another side of the supplement industry. A side that I like to call the fat six-pack industry. Supplements for losing weight and supplements for gaining muscle. First of all, green tea extract should be banned everywhere. There are so many cases of liver failure because of it that is not even a theory anymore. It's a fact.
Lisa Magetchi wanted to lose weight, so she goes to the drugstore and buys this, Green Light Weight Management, promising 10% loss of body fat in 3 months. But after those 3 months, Lisa starts to get sick.
What we saw in the liver is significant necrosis. That's the medical term to say the liver cells have been damaged and they've shrunken down.
You're nearly certain what caused this?
Well, look, I'll tell you what, I'm comfortable to say, in Lisa's case, I think the green tea extract had the major impact of it. We could not find anything else.
This poison, promoted as a quick weight loss product, does nothing to help you with your weight loss, unless you count losing your liver as lost weight. It's just as helpful as cutting one of your legs off. That's losing weight as well, technically.
So weakened after the second transplant, an infection kills Joyce. Her doctor and family believe her liver failure was due, at least in part, to a reaction to the green tea extract pills she'd been taking.
Another supplement for weight loss, CLA, conjugated linoleic acid. It's a fat acid made from omega-6 oils. Omega-6 being basically processed sunflower seed oil. This is completely useless for losing weight. You lose more weight from shaving your legs than with this garbage. And this fact applies to absolutely all of the weight loss supplements. They do not work. Pure and simple. And the motherfuckers actually admit it on some of the labels, saying that a proper diet needs to be followed for weight loss when taking the pills. Well, guess what, Einstein? The diet works without your pill. If a person loses weight while taking one of your stupid fake pills, and he or she follows a diet and exercises as well, the weight loss has nothing to do with your pill. Actually, in some cases, your pill causes more harm. The liver is already stressed out because of the extra fat. Doesn't need another pill to filter and to be more overworked. Oh, and speaking of oils, I just remembered about the Generation Z favorite pill. Omega-3. Most of the omega-3 pills are rancid due to the poor processing of the oil, and there's no proof that fish oil works. This not only that it doesn't help your body, but it can cause nasty indigestion.
There is no compelling evidence that taking fish oils protects against a first heart attack or a second heart attack, and so people who are advised to do that or are doing it are wasting their time and their money.
Next time, when you take one of those jelly pills, cut it in half and smell it. It should not smell like dead fish.
So, what can I do to lose weight?
Forget about the pills, there's no magic pill. If it was, everybody would have been slim and fit and somebody would have been extremely rich.
It's really hard to lose weight, to stay motivated. If something is really difficult and we don't have terrific treatments for them, then the pharmacies and other places will be filled with these fake medications to try to give people fake hope. They're essentially placebo medication, and the only thing that gets the weight down is your actual willpower. Really just hope in a bottle.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Ever.
Ever.
These companies only want your money. Instead, use your money to find a good nutritionist that can prepare a proper diet with meals for you, tailored to you. Get a full blood and hormonal profile test, and also take care of your mental health and learn how to love yourself. Mental health should not be a taboo subject. Learn how your mind works. Learn how your body and mind react to feelings and to food. Exercise, but do not overdo it. Exercising with the added body weight will stress your joints even more, so do not exaggerate. Be moderate, but constant. Follow the diet with no supplements unless your blood tests prove you need them, and then the results will come with time and work and perseverance. And if you are at the end of the spectrum and you are skinny and try to gain weight, for sake, do not take weight gainers, powders or pills. Those are just sugar and empty calories. What you can do instead is to eat. Eat nice meals, high in proteins, eat at least 5 full meals a day and you will see results. And again, it's important to see a dietitian or nutritionist and to have your diet tailored to you. And for muscle gain, again, forget the pills and the dusts. Forget the branch-chain amino acids and just get a proper diet. And only add protein powder if your nutritionist is okay with it. Remember, your liver has to deal with your stupid decisions. Before taking any supplements, check the condition of your liver to see if it can handle it. All that you ingest is at some point filtered by your liver, and he can deal and regenerate with a limited amount of toxins until the damage is irreversible.
So, do we need to get supplements to get these vitamins?
Well, it depends. Mostly no. You can get all of them from a balanced diet. If you are Mr. or Miss Important and you do not have the time to take care of your health, think about the long-term consequences of your actions. 1 hour per day to prepare your meals for a long and healthy life. Or you prefer to skip this and spend the money on inefficient supplements, which more than half are not even what's on the box anyway. Labdoor.com is actually a great source to see if the product really contains what's on the label. They independently test the supplements on the market and give them a score. These supplements and vitamins should all be used in moderation and only if they are backed by studies that prove they actually work. Otherwise, make yourself some time in your schedule and eat the actual real meat, fruits and veggies, but not broccoli. Broccoli. Broccoli should be in the same place as quinoa, in the trash. I mean, okay, broccoli sprouts have sulforaphane, which is a potent nootropic, so eat that. But consider there are not enough studies on the effect of nootropics. And one more thing, just because something is natural or plant-based, it doesn't mean it's healthy. You know what's natural as well? A huge number of poisons. Believe it or not, plants do not want to be eaten. So when stressed and their tissues are cut and broken, most of them create compounds that are actually poisons. It is true that for humans, these poisons that are deadly for smaller animals such as insects can be sometimes beneficial, but again, in small quantities. Otherwise, they become toxic for us as well.
But now, all the fruits and veggies found in the supermarkets have less nutritional value and less vitamins and minerals than what they used to have 20 years ago.
True, but even if the content of nutrients is diminished, as is to be believed with all the mass-produced fruits and veggies, they still have nutrients. And better yet, don't go to supermarkets, but instead support your local business and buy from them. Unless your local business is Monsanto, then I guess you're f***ed. Thank you for watching this video. Support me on Patreon, share and subscribe. Bye.